First of all, man, let me start off this video by saying that I apologize to Dustin Poirier because I have been doubting this guy for the past few years now. I felt that Dustin was a very good fighter, but I didn't think he was a great fighter. I didn't think that he had what it takes to be a champion, to have a belt around his waist. You know, I doubted him against Anthony Pettis, even though it was not the Anthony Pettis of old. I still believe that Anthony Pettis had what it took to beat him. I doubted him against Justin Gaethje. I thought the pressure and power would be enough to overwhelm Dustin Poirier and beat him. I thought that Max Holloway would absolutely beat him. I thought Max Holloway was the better fighter in every category, and I thought he would not easily, but definitely convincingly beat Dustin Poirier. It might even finish him in the championship rounds. That didn't happen. You know, he has proven time and time and time again that he has what it takes to be a champion, that he is at the next level. And I've been following Dustin's career for a long time, you know, WEC, UFC, and we've seen him lose high-profile fights. You know, I saw him lose to the Korean Zombie, and Korean Zombie got a title shot. I saw him get crushed by Conor McGregor, and that was supposed to be Conor McGregor's first real test at 145. Conor crushed him. I saw him get KO'd by Michael Johnson. So even though I felt he was a really good fighter, you know, just based on his history, I'm thinking, well, this guy's good, but not great. Well, he's definitely proven me wrong because he's now a champion, and deservingly so, you know, interim belt or not. But I'm going to have to doubt him again. You know, he is a big underdog against Khabib, as well as he should be. And unfortunately, I don't think he's going to beat Khabib, even though I believe this is the best Dustin Poirier we've ever seen. I think he has the most momentum that he's ever had, the most confidence that he's ever had, and those are all recipes for a very dangerous fighter. But I just believe that Khabib is an all-time great fighter. You know, Dustin Poirier, I believe, went from a very good fighter to a great fighter, and I believe very few fighters can make that next step, right, to being very good, talented, to be a great fighter. Dustin Poirier has done that. But I believe Khabib is an all-time great fighter. He's an all-time great, all-time, might be the greatest lightweight of all time already. You know, even though he only has one title defense at lightweight. You know, what does Dustin Poirier bring that is better than Khabib? Conor, for example, we know that Conor has a better striking than Khabib, but MMA striking, that's a different story. And we saw in the fight that Conor did not have better MMA striking than Khabib. You know, the threat of takedown, not only did Khabib drop him, but in that third round, most of the fight took place on the feet. And even though the judges really give Conor McGregor that third round, it was relatively close. Conor had his opportunities to really hurt Khabib, put him away, but he really couldn't do that. You know, so that should tell you Khabib's striking skills is underrated, and it's underrated not in a traditional kickboxing match, because I think in a traditional like boxing, kickboxing fight in a ring, yeah, I think Dustin Poirier would win. But in MMA striking, with the threat of takedowns, he's just as good as Dustin Poirier. So what does Dustin Poirier bring to the table? You know, I don't think he's really known for his great jiu-jitsu. Can he submit Khabib from the bottom with a triangle or something like that? I don't see that, even though he does have great scrambles, as we saw in the Anthony Pettis fight. The only fear that I have, where's Khabib's mind at? His celebrity status, his stock has tripled after the Conor McGregor win. Look at his social media followers. It like tripled, like freaking quadrupled after that win. He's been all over the world meeting people. He definitely has the most money, the most attention he has in his life. You know, in the streets, everybody knows him. And people can say, well, that's not gonna bother him. That's not gonna do this and that. But we don't know that. You know, we don't know how that's gonna. You know, every fighter in like freaking history has been impacted by fame, by money. Is Khabib any different? We don't know. So where is mine going to be? He was talking about how he wants to fight Tony Ferguson after this. Is he overlooking Dustin? Because Dustin's coming out with the most momentum he had in his life. So it's really like the unstoppable force against the immovable object, that type of scenario. But again, if the Khabib of old shows up, I think Khabib will definitely win this fight. But let me know in the comment section, you know, does Dustin have a chance to win? If so, how? How is Khabib going to win? I say he's going to finish him in the 4th round.